Hi, Daryl. I think you're off to a good start here. You're using color in a way that makes sense with your emotions. The motifs that you're choosing, particularly here in Happy, I think work well. Here in Happy, you're using bright saturated hues. I think that that's great. Circular motif is working well. I would also suggest thinking about varying the size of your motifs, your circles here, and that will create greater visual interest. Right now, they're all the same size, and that causes predictability. My other suggestion would be that you think about how these are operating as compositions, and think about getting the forms to interact with the edge of the page, and doing that creates kind of interesting positive and negative forms, makes it so the circles are implied, but they're not particularly, makes them a little bit more irregular. You start having these kind of interesting shapes if you start having your compositions interact with the page edge. Looking at morning, I can appreciate your idea here behind the gray block, but it's not much of a composition. It's not visually interesting. It's not visually compelling. Maybe taking that same idea and repeating it in various sizes on a page, and again having those forms interacting with the page edge and each other might be able to be a way to have that same idea, but have it be visually compelling. Same here. Give yourself a rectangle to represent the background. Give that rectangle a tone. Make it medium gray, or give it a color here. Something like green or purple might work well. And then arrange your shapes there, and you'll get something much more visually interesting, a much better visual dynamic. Angry. Angry is usually thought of as, in color terms, hot colors, reds and oranges and yellows, mixed with black quite often. It's also quite an angular, associated with angular forms, points and diagonals, and really sharp looking forms, that or explosive looking forms, radiating forms, those kinds of things. This contracting gray rectangles to me says is more closer to the idea of mourning than it is to angry. I'm going to send these back to you for revision. Please make your revisions and then send them back to me for a grade, okay?